Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, you got junk in your eye. Here, let's clean you up. Let's clean you up. There you go. Now you're ready for your close-up. Now you're ready for your close-up. All right. Yeah. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Kay, and this is my Cave of Possibilities. I've got yarny nitty goodness to the left of me, cross-stitch stuff over there to the right of me, and here I am, stuck in the middle with you. It has been, I guess, well, it's been 2 weeks, which is the normal pacing, but honestly, I haven't been doing a lot of heavy-duty stitching. In fact, I've just continued to work on my one project, so this is probably going to be a fairly short one. Anyway, about the only thing I've been working on is Pansy Garden. This is by Samplers Not Forgotten. Been having such a good time with it. So here, I unfolded the side that I had all rolled up so you could kind of get a good look at everything. What I worked on the past little bit, let's see, is this this row here with these two-toned flowery things. They were spaced farther apart and had dates in between them. I didn't like the dates. They didn't represent anything to me, and even in the pattern she said that the person who the quote is attributed to, it wasn't entirely sure when he had written that poem, and so she just put a guess with the dates, but I didn't like the dates, so I modified this. I brought them in closer together. I pulled out 3 stitches in the bridge here, pulled them closer together and stitched them in. Looking at it, if I had bothered to do hand charting before I just stitched it on the fly, I think I could have brought it in easily another 2 stitches so that these could have been a little closer together, but as it is, it looks really good. Then I did this cute little chain pattern here, and then underneath the nerge is my last, almost my last, a pattern row here, but you can't hardly see it because here's the nerge. Anyway, then I decided that I needed to go back up and around, and I did not have the green stitches put into the border. So I added all the green stitches across here and down to where my little loose thread is right there. And then I decided to start working on, and then I moved the hoop to this location and I started working on the vertical bands. And so I've started this one, and then when I went to stitch with the little stitchy group that I go to, the nuts, I left behind the 2 colors for these columns, so I just moved on to the next one, which I knew was cross stitch, and this one I knew was cross stitch, and I could have kind of done a little start on this one here, but it had some embroidery stitches, some, yeah, I guess embroidery stitches, some fancy stitching. So specialty, I'm only thinking of specialty floss. I can't even think of what, anyway, doesn't matter what specialty stitches are called, whatever. Anyway, so I couldn't do more over here because I had completely forgotten to bring my set of instructions that tells me what the stitch is and what color to do the special stitches in. So I just got here, which is probably a good chunk. So I just have, there's a horizontal band here, about 3, maybe 4 more vertical bands here, plus I really need to finish this one up, then the rest of the border, and then we get to do the part I'm looking forward to is a big old chunk of pansies all the way down this side. And I still haven't trimmed my tails from the over one stuff over in this corner, because why would I do that? Why would I do something so efficient? So that is my work on Pansy Garden. This is a 36 count wisteria linen from Red Thicket, and I'm using all of the called for Gloriana flosses. So that's what I have been working on, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm just hoping to get, I gotta get this stuff done first and bring the border back over and blah 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 blah. You know how it goes. We all think we're almost done with it, even when there's still probably a good month or more of stitching left to do. Are you comfortable up there? That's where I put the things when I put them down. She has positioned them on top of I have an end table that's over here next to the ottoman because one cannot have enough places, enough flat surfaces to put things down on. I guess we'll put that over there. Come on. Come on over here. Let everybody look at your beautiful face. Yeah. Did I show you guys Celtic Christmas? I had her framed, and I know it was in my mind to show it to you, but I cannot remember doing that. So I think I just got sidetracked with everything that was going on. So without further ado, here is my nice framed Celtic Christmas. And you guys can let me know if you've seen her already, or if you want to see more of her, I can go ahead and show her to you guys again. We put in this really nice gold frame that has, trying to decide, you know how it is. There you go. It's lightly brushed with a warm red tone, which picks up lovely from the suede velvet mat, which just really picks up the red. So nice, so lovely. I really like it. I don't have anywhere for her to frame currently. And then they hand cut the bottom there, so where it follows the dress for me, and that took a lot of time, a lot of time, and I paid for every single minute that they worked on perfecting that. So there is Celtic Christmas. I don't have a place to hang her up, so she and Lady of the Flag are currently sharing the same lean against my dresser. And as I say that, it sounds familiar, so I must have told you guys about showed you her framing again. But there she is again. You know, we got to pad the time out just a little bit since I've been doing other things. I've been playing a lot of Palia. It's a sort of there is a farming element to it. It's like if Animal Crossing, your single player game with decorating and meeting the neighbors and talking to people, had a child with World of Warcraft, which is the MMO style where there's other people running around hunting deer and the chappas and whatever else. Anyway, I've been playing that a lot and just having a really, really good time of it. So that's kind of why I haven't been doing very much stitching at all. Just arrived in the mail today is the Color and Cotton neutral for this month for July, and it is called Garden Gate, and it is kind of a really nice, it's almost a gray taupe, kind of a taupe that reads gray. Of course, it's getting a little blown out with the sunshine. We have some big old fluffy thunderstorm looking clouds out there, and hopefully it'll bring us some monsoonal rain without the lightning. We really could use no lightning just because it's dry. It's drier than dry out there. Any lightning will set off a fire, a wildfire, and it will just go nuts. So that's that. I have a few things that I wanted to write down. One of which I want to point you all over to Hopeful Stitcher. She is also working on Wishful Thinking, which is the long dog sampler that says, "May we live in less interesting times." And she is doing hers in a beautiful array of blues. So you guys, I'll link her in the description box. So you guys should all go over there and give her a look. And then our princess cat, she has, we'll show you the princess kitty. She's a small kitty. It's been several months, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't catch it sooner, but she quit eating for quite a while and lost some weight, and I finally caught on to that. And so I changed up her food to some food that she has been eating, and she's put on a couple of pounds, but she used to be 10 pounds, and we were just at the vet, and she's now 5 pounds. So she's lost quite a bit of weight, even though I've managed to put some weight back on her. But anyway, she just wasn't feeling herself, and so we took her into the vet, and we have a diagnosis, and she is in kidney failure and has hyperthyroid. So I just started to feed her the kidney food, and she ate half a can of it this morning. But when I put out the other half of can for her to eat this evening, she's turned her nose up at it, so she doesn't act like she's going to want to eat that. So that's kind of a problem. And also, kidney food is really expensive, you guys. Normally it's like, you know, a can of food that'll feed her a day is about $1 at the Targets or the Walmart, right? But this stuff, you have to have a prescription for, and it's costing about $3.50 a can. So she's going to broker me if she'd eat her food. She's going to broker me if I buy the food, and then she doesn't eat it anyway. And then we have some gel coming because she won't let me feed her a pill. She will not take a pill. She'll fight and bite. And so this is a topical cream, and the vet says I can just put it inside her ear, and she shouldn't bother with it. It will absorb mostly in her ear for the thyroid cream. And there goes the litter box. So we're going to pause. We had a camera accident while the litter box was running, so that's why a little bit different, but not that you guys care. What were we talking about? Princess's diagnosis. Usually it's about a year if she'll eat her kidney food, but she's kind of not sure about it. It's not her favorite. I might have to put some of it back and then maybe mix it in with her other regular food. Maybe try to move it along like that. So it might be a year or so before we have to send her over the Rainbow Bridge. Kind of depends upon how she takes to her medications, if she'll let us change her food or if she'll flat out refuse it. There's a couple of other brands that I can try to see if she likes some of those flavors, things. Right now we're trying stuff out instead of just buying something like, you know, a 40 can pack of whatever, because if she doesn't need a 40 can pack of something, then we're really out a lot of money. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on with our poor princess cat. Oh, one thing for Hopeful Stitcher, she mentioned me when in her YouTube channel, which is how I discovered her, which is what brought it up, that she is also working on Wishful Thinking by Log & Dog Sampler. So there, I always get half tracked off, and the brain just wanders. The brain and the mouth are not always in good communication with each other, and both are a little wandery, so whatever. Last little note of randomness in my life. It doesn't have any weight for anything else. My TV died. Couldn't remember what it's written down on my note card and had a whatever. My TV died in my craft room, you guys. Yesterday I went to turn it on to watch some of y'all, the Flosstubes, watch a couple people while I sit here and stitch, and I didn't end up stitching because it was dead. I turned it on, it went bright for a moment, then there was like kind of a little soft popping noise, and then it all went black. So I've had this TV for 12 years. I paid $400 for it, so you know it's gotten its year's worth of, its 12 years worth of use out of it, so I'm not sad, but I do have to go find me another TV. And 48-inch TVs are not the size anymore, but that's about the biggest thing that'll fit in here. Maybe a 50-inch will fit. Costco has some 50 inches for about $300, $400, so I should be able to find something there. Princess's blood panel costs as much as a new TV. Anyway, I think that's everything. We're just barreling right along. The Casper, Wyoming Stitching on the Range retreat is coming up here the second weekend of what's next month, September, and so I guess that's in about 3 weeks, give or take, maybe 4. Anyway, it's coming up pretty close, so I'm looking forward to going to that. I need to get my table gifts together because I haven't done that. Oh, I need some creative thoughts. Y'all, what are some good ideas for table gifts for my besties? For the people that I have been seeing at retreats for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, so only maybe 3 years, and not years and years and years and years and years. Anyway, so I need to get my table table gift sorted out. If you have an idea, something you've seen that you really liked, or something you've received that you've really liked, which is probably the same thing, drop that in a comment below and let me know what you think. I did sign up for the Pacific Stitchers retreat in 2027. That's in February. It ends on February 14th. I forget the exact date that it starts. And then I was a crazy girl and I signed up for a cruise since I was already going to be in LA. I didn't want to drive down for 4 days and then turn around and drive back. That seemed a little on the crazy side, although it's kind of what happens when we went out to Nebraska or whatever. Stop wandering. I would be in LA. I signed up for a cruise, so I'll get the bonus cruise points for the promotion that was running. So that's exciting. And I think that's everything, you guys. Weather's nice, thunderstormy. It's been way too hot, you guys, but I think it's been way too hot everywhere. Climate change is a thing. Stop denying it. Maybe we should work on fixing it. I mean, my next car is probably going to be an electric, just because I expect internal combustion engines to have gone the way of the dodo. I do love mine currently, though. You know what? It's okay to be conflicted and have competing ideas when it comes to climate change and what you should do about it and what you are doing about it, what you're capable of. You know, the world is full of contradictions. It's okay. It is okay. Love you guys. I hope your stitching is going really, really well. One step forward, one step up. Kindness costs you nothing. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye.